Now, I want you to know the truth about the 15-minute time frame. What I want to show you today is the truth about the 15-minute time frame. 15-minute time frame is actually good for every day trader. So if you're a day trader and you're not good with 15-minute time frame, then it means you're actually missing a lot, right? So let me share with you a few things you need to understand. Now, there is no such thing as a 15-minute trend. All right, so by the time I'm done, you'll be able to understand why I made such statement. Right now, I'm not saying that you cannot trade the 15-minute trend. All I'm saying is this, that the 15 minutes on its own do not have any trend power by itself. Right now, that's one of the reason, and that's one of the mistakes many of us make. And the mistake that many of us make is just by relying on the 15 minutes time frame alone, instead of us to focus more on on a hard time frame. Now, I want you to understand that 15 minutes have its place, right? And that's why I want to show you the truth rather. Now, what we can see here is kind of a ranging market, right? Now, it might not be obvious. Ouch. This might not be obvious, but I want you to understand this. Though it might not be obvious, but we can actually see it, right? And in between, we could see that this currently now is an uptrend, right? So this is bullish. It has turned bullish because it has 4 structural points. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So we have 4 no, not that one, rather 4, right? So we have these 4 structural points. Now I wanted to understand this, okay? So the fact that we have this point, we now know that, okay, we are bullish on the chart, right? Now, for you to really get now we are bullish on the chart, I want to show you something. But something had occurred here, and what is that? We've seen that this low was taken out wholly, right? Now, why is it that this actually occurred? It is because this move we are seeing on the 15 minutes is coming from a narration on the hard time frame. So the truth about the 15-minute time frame is that you don't trade it on alone, right? You don't trade it stand alone, right? So no matter what you see, no matter how you feel that the market structure is presenting itself, so even the market structure, for instance, you can see that on this ranging market, if you are not experienced, if you are not an experienced trader, you will be confused. You only get yourself confused, especially seeing that price is creating highs, and the next thing you see, a new low this low have been taken out. Let's say, okay, we have a low there. So the next thing you see, this low have been taken out. How can you avoid such a thing? The easiest way to avoid it is for you to understand the institutional order flow. Right now, there is difference between the order flow and market structure. Right, with time I'm going to explain that. I think I need to add some cool stuff on the course. Now, on the 15 minutes, every 15 minute structure, you definitely see internal structures in between, right? So the internal structures of 15 minutes are what actually makes it more confusing, right? So my recommendation for you, or the fact I want to share with you here, is this: try as much as you can to stick with the external structures instead of the internal structure. The more you stick with the external structure, the better your win rate is going to be, right? So the higher you are going to increase in your win rate. So you must understand that 15 minutes on its own, it's just like, it's just like doing giveaway to the market. But once you have been able to to scale that from the hard time frame perspective, you are going to find out that, okay, this is what it's all about. So the hard time frame we are talking about can be the 4-hour time frame, can be the 1-hour time frame, it can be the 30 minutes time frame, right? So let it just be that at least it's a little bit higher than the 15-minute time frame. Okay, So we are seeing a level there, and we are now seeing what? We're now seeing a supply zone here. Now this supply zone that is here, you can see that price is respecting it. So if we go to the 15-minute chart, you agree with me that probably that's the, you can see it right there. Is it? So I'm going to take this away so that we can see it very well if it is. Right, so let's go back to the 4-hour chart. Now on the 4-hour chart, this is what we have, and let's go to the 15 minutes. Okay, on the 15 minutes, okay, that's not it. So let's locate it, let's look for it. Now you look at it, it is coming from, you can understand that now that is coming from the hour time frame, from the 4 hours. You can see the momentum, right? So this is exactly how you can really get the best out of the market, especially if you are a day trader. Right, so if you're a day trader, you want to, you want to ensure that you get momentum like this. And the best way to actually get, ouch, the best way to actually, guys, I apologize for I don't know what's happening. Immediately I started this recording, it began to, right, so I'm gonna fix this. So to get the best out of it is this: you just have to ensure that you have a, you have a structural view in point. Right, when I mean structure, I mean you need to know what the a time frame higher than the 15 minutes is doing. Right, now the 15 minutes on its own, remember, now you see that when this is coming from the higher time frame perspective, we can basically see that the difference is totally clear. Wow, this thing is giving me a tough time here. Ouch. All right, so let's make this quicker. Right, so you have to understand. All right, so this is the 15 minutes, and what did I say? Stick to the edges. Right, you want to stick to the edges. And where are the edges? These are the edges, right? So the more you stick to the edges, the higher you are going to get, the higher the win rate. So this is an internal structure. Right, now even inside this internal structure, what do you see? You can as well see that liquidity have been taken, and we have a break here. Right, so even this internal structure also have an edge. So you must understand how to identify the internal structure from the external structure, because if you have been able to identify these two things, you have solved half of the problem when it comes to the 15-minute time frame. Now there are some things that you literally don't know about the 15-minute time frame, right? So it's not just all about taking trade from 15-minute time frame. Right, there are other factors, especially when it comes to the smart money industry, when it comes to this, rather when it comes to the smart money category concept and the rest. You must understand that trading the 15-minute time frame will have to be based on knowledge. Right, so that's one truth. The first truth you want to get out of this video is that don't just rely only on the 15-minute time frame. And the second truth is trade the 15-minute time frame and as with knowledge. Right, you just have to handle it with knowledge, because when you do such, that's when you are going to increase your win rate. So I just hope that in this short video you learned one or two. In case you did, don't forget to like the video.